Once upon a time, a wolf spirit and an archangel would meet, walking through the park of the people. They would talk and discuss and find that they had a sad love of books, so they would head to the library. And unbeknownst to them, a great love was born, one that would lead to a hero that would save all of space time. When they headed to the library, they would read up and realize that both of their species had a common ancestor, the half of angels who traveled the multiverse. But the dictator who ruled over their land had extinguished them in order to keep chaos and control over their land. He thrived on chaos, but he also wanted control over every world. And he decided to destroy their world first. Darkness heard what they were up to, heard that they knew what was going on. He knew that they were the ones from the prophecy that he was told about that would be his undoing. So he decided to take them in before they could fall in love and have a kid to bring back the half of angels. Because if they fell in love, their love would bring back his enemies. Bring back the only thing that could stop him. They would find a place to hide in the icy cold caves at the edge of their world. They would end up having a son. At first, he didn't show any wolf or angel-like properties, but over time they would start appearing. But of course, they wouldn't be in their life when this happened, because they were found, and they knew they needed to get their son out of there quick. They would combine their powers, and together they would create a spell transporting their son to another world where he would be safe and could grow his powers and become the key to save their world. He would end up in a world a lot like ours, except it was a lot more knowledgeable how the world works. As he grew older, he was able to use this to his abilities, and would one day find a new family. He would stumble into the knowledge bowl, something kind of like a library in our world, except for the fact that it held all the knowledge in the entire realm of possibility. The librarian of this knowledge bowl would offer to let him read up on his story, because he had no idea who he was. He remembered nothing from his past. And so he decided to read up on who he was and to understand the powers that had started to happen to him, the powers that had made him lose every home he had ever ended up in, the powers that kept sending him back to square one. He would be sent to the back, where his story was kept, a story of legends. He would grab his book. It was on the desk. He would open it to the first page, and he would read his entire story. After this, the librarian and I guess her husband, who had some wolf-like qualities, would ask him, "Would you like a place to stay? We know you have nowhere to go, and we know a bit about your powers."
In excitement, he would be asking them questions. He would want to know how they knew about his powers, and even decided to take off the spell that hid his powers. He had finally found a new family.
He had never asked this to anyone before, but he was curious what the world's name was. They said it was a place called the Overworld. He then asked why their buildings and their towns and The Knowledge Bowl looked so different to the blocky landscape. They revealed that they weren't from this world, and that they were from his world. When it was destroyed, they came to the overworld to hide, bringing all the buildings and stuff with them. He asked, aka the son of the wolves and the angels, asked for a new name, a new look, a new style to hide from the darkness. They would offer him a new style with an orange and green theme and would name him DJ Darkboy. After this, his new family and him would retire to the home in the local village with the villagers. A bit more blockier than the Knowledge Bowl, of course.